Hey there! Today we're diving into one of the most common questions students ask. Should I use ChatGPT or Google Search for studying, research, and assignments? Both are powerful tools, but they work in very different ways. In this video, I'll compare ChatGPT versus Google Search in 5 key areas that matter most to students. First is information accuracy. Second is research and learning. Third is writing and assignments. Fourth is speed and convenience. Fifth is critical thinking and source checking. Let's break it down, and by the end, you'll know exactly which tool to use and when. First key area is accuracy of information. When it comes to accuracy, Google Search has a major advantage. That's because it pulls results from live websites, academic papers, news articles, and forums, all in real time. You can see the source, check the date, and compare results. On the other hand, ChatGPT, while powerful, is based on a pre-trained language model. It doesn't browse the web in real time unless you're using a plugin or upgraded version. It can sometimes provide outdated or even incorrect information if you don't prompt it clearly. So if you need up-to-date news, academic citations, or official government data, Google is still the better choice. But ChatGPT can still be useful if you want summaries, overviews, or simplified explanations. Just double-check any important facts. Final verdict: for fact-checking and current data, go with Google. For understanding topics quickly, ChatGPT works well, with caution. Second key area is research and learning. Now let's talk about deep learning and research. Google gives you links to articles, blogs, PDFs, and videos, but it's up to you to piece the information together. That means reading multiple sources, comparing opinions, and sometimes dealing with paywalls or low-quality sites. With ChatGPT, you can ask follow-up questions in a conversational way. It remembers context and gives you structured answers, examples, and analogies. For instance, you can ask, "Explain quantum physics like I'm 10 years old," or "Give me the pros and cons of online education." It's like having a tutor on demand. However, you can't verify the sources behind what ChatGPT says unless you ask it explicitly. And even then, the citations may not be real unless you're using a connected tool like Perplexity AI or ChatGPT's web mode. Final verdict: for learning quickly and asking follow-ups, ChatGPT wins. But for real, cited research, Google is still necessary. Third key area is writing assignments. What about writing essays, paragraphs, and assignments? Google is great for finding content, like quotes, stats, or examples. But again, you have to do the reading and writing. ChatGPT, it can generate drafts of essays, outlines, introductions, and even entire articles if you give the right prompts. For example, you can say, "Write a 500-word essay on climate change with 3 key arguments," or "Give me a conclusion paragraph for my project on AI in education." But here's the catch: it should be a starting point, not a final submission. Many schools and universities now use AI detection tools, and turning in ChatGPT content without editing is risky. Plus, the writing might sound too generic or robotic. Final verdict: use ChatGPT as a helper for brainstorming, drafting, and editing. Then use your own voice to polish and finalize. Google is still helpful when you want to find strong references or examples. Fourth key area is speed and convenience. This one's simple. ChatGPT is faster, no doubt. You ask a question, and you get an instant answer in full sentences. Sometimes better than scrolling through 5 Google links. For busy students with limited time, ChatGPT feels like magic. You can ask, "Summarize Chapter 2 of To Kill a Mockingbird. Explain mitochondria in 1 line," and boom, you're done in seconds. But Google is still great when you need variety, like opinions, product comparisons, or access to specific sites. It also offers visual results, like videos, charts, and tables, which can be super helpful for visual learners. Final verdict: for speed and simplicity, ChatGPT wins. For depth and multiple views, Google Search remains powerful. Fifth key area is critical thinking and source awareness. Let's talk about something many students forget: Critical thinking. Google naturally trains you to be skeptical. You see different headlines, compare sources, and choose what to trust. That helps you build research habits and media literacy. With ChatGPT, it's easy to accept answers at face value, even if they're incorrect or biased. You're not always encouraged to question the response unless you're used to challenging it. That's a big deal for education. We want students to think critically, not just get answers. Final verdict. For building critical thinking, Google gives more practice. ChatGPT is helpful, but can make you lazy if you don't double-check. Final verdict. So what's the final takeaway? Use ChatGPT like a tutor for summaries, explanations, brainstorming, and draft writing. Use Google Search like a library for facts, citations, current events, and diverse perspectives. You don't have to choose one. Use both together. That's the smartest strategy. Here's an example. Start with ChatGPT to understand a complex concept. Use Google to research real examples and find citations. Then combine both to write your own unique assignment. In the end, the best tool is the one that helps you learn, not just finish tasks. Want to boost your study routine with smart AI tips? Hit follow and let's learn together.